Welcome to Aging Insights. I'm Grace Egan, Executive Director of the New Jersey Foundation for Aging. Our mission is to promote policies and programs that enable seniors to live with independence and dignity in their communities. Aging Insights TV program is produced to provide information and resources to boomers, seniors, and caregivers. When the Foundation did the New Jersey Elder Economic Index, it was clear that housing costs were the biggest burden for New Jersey seniors. Utility costs are factored into housing expenses along with rent and mortgage. We know that more than 255,000 seniors who live alone or in elder couple households live in or on the edge of poverty. There are many public benefits programs that may assist seniors who deal with the daily question of choosing between prescriptions, food, heat, and utilities. Today we'll be talking about utility assistance. I am joined by Gregory C. Dunlop, Vice President of Customer Operations for PSE&G, and James M. Jacob, President and CEO of New Jersey Shares. Thank you both for being here. You know, utilities impact all New Jersey residents. So whether you're a renter or a homeowner, so it's a very big service. I mean, we all want heat, we all want cooling, we all want lights, and so I'm very happy that you're here. And drinking water, because I know pure drinking water is also a utility. So I want to begin the portion of this interview with you, Mr. Dunlop.
Sure.
Why don't you tell us your role at PSE&G?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here today.
Very pleased.
We at PSE&G obviously take very serious our relationship with our customers, and in my job as Vice President of Customer Operations, many of the touch points that customers have with PSE&G, fall within my responsibility. The men and women who come out to read your meters, part of my team. The folks who will answer the call in our call centers, part of my team. The folks who process and send out bills and other correspondences to our customers are part of my team. Something else very unique to PSE&G, we maintain 16 customer service centers in many of our larger towns, in New Jersey, in our service territory. That's part of my team as well. So if you think about all the various ways in which PSE&G touches customers on a daily basis, that falls within my responsibility. And in a big way that we also try to foster a strong relationship is to help those who are in need. And of course, that's why we're here to talk to you today.
Yeah, that's why I've really like to focus on billing and collections, because I think that's important, and to understand what's out there. So since we're in the winter season, do you have some special programs that PSE&G operates?
Absolutely. The most critical thing that I would tell any customer, that if you have any difficulty paying your bill, especially during the winter because of heating concerns, the first thing you need to do is to contact your local utility. The worst thing is to remain silent. But if you contact us, we can put you on a path to seek assistance. First of all, during the months of November to March, we do have what we call a winter termination program, which...
Termination or moratorium?
Well, it's a moratorium. It's called the WTP program.
Sorry.
All right. And the termination is a collections activity can be curtailed for those who qualify for the program. So we do, but we need to know. We need to hear from you. If you are receiving assistance, if you are on Social Security disability, if you are a senior, and you contact us, you can qualify, for the protection under that, state mandated program.
What's the eligibility?
Well, the eligibility, again, if you are receiving assistance in any way,
public assistance?
Assistance for energy.
Energy, okay.
Whether it's New Jersey Shares or whether it's LIHEAP or some of the other programs, if you are receiving Social Security disability, if you are a senior, or if you have other extenuating circumstances that you bring to our attention, you very much could participate in that program. But what's very important is that this is not, wiping your debt clean. The purpose here is to prevent you from losing service during the cold months. There's still a responsibility to pay, obviously, for the services provided. That's why it's so important that we not only hear from you, but we really talk about what we can do to keep our customers on track. So come the end of March, they're not faced with this huge bill that they don't know what to do, with. And there are programs which are available that we like our customers to talk to us about.
So you went right into my next question. What are the other assistance programs?
Well, certainly we again mentioned LIHEAP. We mentioned some of the good programs like New Jersey Shares, and I won't steal your thunder. I'll let you talk about that. There is a Universal Service Fund. These are all programs which can provide direct payment assistance to help you pay your bill. In addition, we also want customers to recognize that we will work with you to try to put you on a plan to get caught up if you fall into arrears. And if you need help in just better managing your budget and you'd like to, say, levelize the payments that you have to make on a month-to-month basis, there are programs available to do that as well. But the key here is reach out to us so we can work together to find out what is most compatible to you and to your situation.
And so the best way to reach PSE&G for such assistance is, what's the best way?
You can contact us at 1-800-436-7734. That's the phone number on your bill.
Oh, okay.
Go to our website, pse.com/help. You'll see a lot of information about the programs which are available. Reach out to us. You can also contact the state's 211 assistance line. Dial 211. They are very familiar with the programs which are offered. We are in partnership with them. There's so much help available, but it has to begin with the conversation, and that's critical.
I always find when I talk to seniors that you can talk about, or to caregivers or boomers or anybody, that there are a lot of services out there, but you have to apply.
Exactly.
You have to raise your hand and say, I have this need. And so sometimes people are hesitant.
Absolutely.
And so it's nice to give them so many different ways to kind of reach out. So I understand there is a utility assistance group.
Yes.
So, and PSE&G participates in that?
Absolutely. This is really, and it's relatively new. It's been around for about a year now, and it's really an extension of pretty much what the utilities in New Jersey have been doing all along. If you think about the public utilities in our state, along with our regulators, along with not-for-profits, there's been a very close working relationship to try to get this information out. And this new group is just another attempt to do that. And if anyone would like to avail themselves to some of the services that this and other groups can offer, just to inform you about what's available, reach out to your local utility. And again, we'll get you in touch with the appropriate folks.
So I get the impression it's an outreach program and that they do presentations.
Absolutely.
And so as you just said, and I'll just repeat it to make sure that our viewers understand, if they're in Atlantic County or they're in Camden or they're in Mercer, they should contact their utility company and say, I want a presentation from the utility assistance group.
I want a presentation. I need more information about programs.
Right.
That's always a great place to start. Contact the local utility. Yeah. Again, the worst thing you can do, if you know of someone who is having trouble paying their bill, the worst thing you can do is not speak up.
Right. I'm thinking of, there are about 350 senior centers across the state of New Jersey. Obviously, there's 21 county offices on aging. There's a lot of faith-based organizations that probably would love to have someone come from the utility assistance group and do an outreach program and talk about so many of the benefits that are out there.
Absolutely.
So I think it's wonderful that there is such a thing, whether it's a year old or not. We should probably utilize it to its fullest.
Absolutely. And again, utilities have been very active. We all have programs in place and staff to go out and speak to our customers and groups representing our customers, and we would certainly look forward to doing that.
When I was growing up, I remember that we lived in an old house with probably poor insulation, and we had gas heat, and I'm absolutely sure that my mother had a budget plan, so that she didn't, as you said, in March, get that shocking bill. So is this system still available?
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, contact the utility, and if and what we can do is certainly look at your historical, usage, and we can develop a plan. And the way this works, it will be a equal payment, it's equal payment plan that you will receive the same, figure on your bill every month, and it is trued up every year. So if your usage is less, it is adjusted down. If it's more, it's adjusted up. That only happens once a year, but that is a wonderful program that many people avail themselves to, and we would strongly encourage folks to do that. Those are for folks who are current, but even
current, meaning they're paying their bills.
Correct.
I just
Correct.
want to say,
Yeah.
okay.
So even if, but even if you're in arrears, again, contact us
Right.
because we may be able to develop a deferred payment plan to allow you to catch up over time.
Right.
You know, and I know I'm repeating myself, but it all
It's okay.
starts with the conversation. So just reach out to us, and we'll find things which can work for you.
I do think that it's helpful for the customer to know that somebody on the other side of the line is going to understand that, you know, they had a health issue, their children had some issue, they needed the new roof, and that things have changed.
Absolutely.
So, you know, using the budget plan as an example, the idea that you can know what your monthly costs are and deal with it that way is much more of a reliable system. It's reliable for you, the utility provider,
Absolutely.
and it's better for the customer to know what their expenses are.
Absolutely.
So I do think that, are there reasons that you find, you've mentioned that the customer needs to take the first step. So are there stories that you hear in terms of, you know, situations that someone might be calling for assistance?
Absolutely. You know, I think sometimes folks out of fear, you know, or don't make that first call. I mean, there have been instances when we've come across customers, either our folks out in the field will come across customers who have even gone, you know, for extended periods of time without service and not recognizing that they can reach out for assistance. It's just, you know, for a number of reasons. Sometimes folks just feel, you know, I'm just having a momentary issue here, I'll get through it, and then a month turns into years.
Right.
And we just have to, you know, encourage folks, make that call. You know, we will work with you. The last thing we want to do is curtail service.
Right.
The last thing we want to do, particularly for our seniors and the most vulnerable, we want folks to be able to receive, you know, these, you know, this life, you know, essential service, and
Right.
and we're going to do everything to ensure that they have it. So we definitely will do all we can, and when we come across, you know, situations, we respond.
Right.
And certainly when customers reach out to us or folks on behalf of those customers, we'll respond as best as we can as well.
So now that you said people on behalf of those, you have a third-party notification?
Yes, this is very important. If you have someone, a relative or a friend or a neighbor who's vulnerable, there is a third-party notification service that we can provide. If you contact us on behalf of that customer, of course we'll need their permission, you know, then we can
Right.
sign you up for a service where you will receive notification if someone falls behind and is in danger of curtailment. So that's absolutely, and that's something, again, that you can reach us and we can talk, you know.
You know, I think as, since our mission is to really enable seniors to live with independence and dignity in their
Sure.
homes, it's really important as we age, somehow or another, all of our business contacts seems to know that we do age. And so they send us these letters saying, would you like this third-party
Sure.
notification? And I do think it's helpful if people are able to take advantage of that, whether it's
Absolutely.
for insurance purposes or whether it's for utilities or taxes or different things like that. So there are a lot of programs that now offer that. So it's
Yes.
nice. It's nice to know, and it can be for caregivers. It can offer them the assurance that they're actually in touch with what's happening with the person and their loved one that they're trying to take care of.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you mentioning that. And Jim, I know that New Jersey Shares does an awful lot, and Mr. Dunlop has mentioned and referenced you many times. So why don't you tell us a little bit about New Jersey Shares?
Oh, thank you, Grace, and it's wonderful to be with you again.
Thank you.
New
A
Jersey-
returning visitor. It's really wonderful.
Excuse me. New Jersey Shares is a statewide nonprofit organization that provides energy and utility bill assistance to our neighbors all across the state. We serve low and moderate income households. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary this year.
Very nice.
And we've been able to help 185,000 households since our inception. That has been a remarkable thing because of our working with the utilities, and
Right.
and I'd like to say and publicly thank PSC&G again because they're one of our founding members, and they actually provided the first funds that were ever used in New Jersey to help pay utility bills.
I think that I just want to reference that for a minute because of all the programs that Mr. Dunlop is touching on. I do understand that in order to really help individuals, that an organization like New Jersey Shares is key because of their relationship with your customers and the idea of being able to help them, connect them. Is that correct?
Absolutely. If I may, it's very important that we understand that this is a partnership. It's not just the utilities. It's not just state agencies, or regulators or legislators. It is truly a partnership, and New Jersey Shares has certainly demonstrated, how that
20
partnership
years.
can work best. So we strongly, encourage, everyone to be in the game to help
Sure.
everyone, and that's when we're at our best. And this is, I think, just a great example.
Yeah. So Jim, what kind of utility programs do you really offer?
Well, we offer electric and natural gas bill payment assistance to each of the regulated utilities in the state. We have a program with Suez Water and with New Jersey American Water to help with paying of their water bills. New Jersey American also offers a discount program. We administer the Verizon Communications Lifeline program, which helps people in multiple programs get landline service that is essentially free or $1.95 a month. And they also have a broadband connection now, so they offer a $9.25 a month discount on broadband.
So can you tell a little bit more about that? Can you explain that a little bit? Because landlines are so important.
Well, absolutely, especially most of the people we help in our programs, 49% are 50 or older. And so a lot of us need a landline connection for lots of reasons. And so if they're in one of the 6 programs that qualify, or they have certain income qualifications, they can get free local service. If they want, there's 3 options of where they can choose. The most expensive one would be $1.95 for local service. Now that's about a $20, a little bit more than a $20 discount on local service per month. And for seniors and persons with limited income, that's a significant savings.
Absolutely.
And so we've really been doing that with Verizon since 2009, and we've spoken to more than 1 million households over that time period.
Just for the landline and
Just
phone
for
assistance.
landline and phone assistance.
Wow, it's really dramatic, I have to say. So I stopped you from talking about other utility
Well,
assistance.
one other assistance program I wanted to mention is the Atlantic City Electric Helping Hands program. We started administering that last year. It's available again this year, and that provides a $200 grant for anyone. The income cap is only 400% of poverty, so anyone from 0 income up to 400% of poverty can qualify for that, and it can be received in addition to the low-income home energy assistance program or the universal service program or even a New Jersey Shares grant. So it's really a great way someone can supplement that assistance. Greg was talking about people and there's still a balance due. Well, this is another way to reduce that balance to make a payment plan more affordable. And so that's available in the 8 southern counties.
It's also available, PSNG also has a Lifeline program, which is available as well.
I think it's so nice to know there's so many programs. So I do want to know a little bit more about Helping Hands? Helping
Hands.
Okay.
Again.
So it's the 8 southern
It's
counties.
southern counties, so they have to be a customer of Atlantic City Electric.
Okay.
But there's essentially, for most low and moderate income households, there's no income cap on it. So they just reach out to us at New Jersey Shares. They can apply for this bill if they're having trouble paying it, and it's a $200 grant. Now, New Jersey Shares grants vary in size, and it can be much higher than that. But a lot of programs, there's no other supplement. If you're receiving LIHEAP, you receive the LIHEAP benefit, but there's no other supplement for it. So this is a wonderful way to do that.
Sure.
And the Universal Service Fund, which New Jersey has, which is the best percentage of income plan I've ever seen, reducing a household's burden to 6% of their income, that program, this can also be a $200 benefit for that. So not only do they get a discount of up to $150 a month on their utility bill, but they could receive this $200. So it's relatively new. Last year was the first year,
Okay.
and we know that we're going to be doing this for 4 years in a program.
That's nice.
So it's a wonderful extra grant in addition to what we do with PSE&G and all the other utilities. So we're really proud of that.
And the Universal,
Universal Service Fund.
yes, I'm sorry, there's so many words. Universal Service Fund, and that, you said that has the most open income limit?
Well, it's not so much the income limit, it's the percentage of income that it works with.
Oh,
By
okay.
reducing the burden to 6%, the average household, the average middle income household is perhaps paying 5 or 6% of their income for utilities, for electric and gas.
Got it.
For a low income family, that's 30%. That's
Right.
unmanageable, and there's nothing we can do. Rates are rates.
Right, right.
Usage is usage. As you pointed out, the house you lived in didn't have much insulation
Yeah,
at that time, so that's true of a lot of the people. So universal service can reduce their bill. And so for a couple, if their income is at or less than $2,369 a month, they qualify for this program.
Right.
And they get a discount every month. And the really unique part about it is the first year they're in the program, if they have any arrears and they pay that first
Right.
year's reduced bills, the arrears are forgiven.
Wow.
So there's no other way that a low-income household can really walk away from arrears except if they enter this program. It's a wonderful state program. It really shows that the utilities, the state, the nonprofits are all working to develop programs that really sync together.
Right. I think it's very important. And you mentioned for some of the other programs that while you do serve a low-income population, you also serve a middle-income population. So.
Right. So for the Jersey Shares program, for example, for a couple, their income could be $5,413 a month, and we would still be able to help them. And so we're really proud of that activity. And they can,
Right.
anyone who wants to know about any of the assistance programs that we offer, the water programs, whatever, can just reach out to New Jersey Shares, and we'll be happy to discuss that. And we also refer people all of the time to Comfort Partners, to the LIHEAP program, to Universal Service. And if anyone is denied LIHEAP or Universal Service for
Yes.
any reason, they qualify for New Jersey Shares.
So,
So we're a safety net.
so how do people apply? I guess that's my question to New Jersey Shares or to any of these other
Well,
programs.
to the LIHEAP and Universal Service Program, people can get information by going to their website for the State Department of Community Affairs, which is www.energyassistance.nj.gov. And that phone number for those programs is 1-800-510-3102. And that would give them information about Universal Service or the LIHEAP program. And if they want information about New Jersey Shares and any of the programs that we offer, they can call 1-866-657-4273. And we can help them with telephone, water programs, with the energy programs, with any of the things we do. And we could also help them find their way to the LIHEAP and Universal Service program, because we've always done that as part of our job.
So, you know, I think when we originally talked, you talked about setting up the program. You said sometimes people come once or twice. Do you want to describe that a little bit?
Well, people generally have a perception that when there's an assistance program that people come all the time, and that's not the case with New Jersey Shares. We do an impact evaluation every year, and what we know is that 92% of the people we've helped have only come to us once or twice. And that's usually the fall of one year, the spring of the next year, and then they're back on their feet. So only 8% have come more than twice. And in 20 years, that's a pretty significant number. We also talk about the need for information, which is why we're so grateful to be able to be here, because most people don't know about programs. Utilities do a good job of telling them. We do 300 community events a year trying to spread the word about programs. But as you say, people don't always know where to get assistance.
Right.
And so one of the keys of shows like this, and working in partnerships like we have with the utility, to get the message out that there is help, and getting past the barrier, because sometimes people are just a little proud and don't really want help. And I always tell them, how many people have you helped in your life? And so this is just an opportunity for you, for neighbors, to help neighbors.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's very important. You know, the other thing is you have a lot of outreach sites. So whether it's calling or whether it's the website, but I think you have a lot of partners in the community. So can you describe those a little bit?
And they are wonderful partners. We partner with 221 community-based organizations, faith-based organizations, legislative offices, where people can make an application for any of our programs. We tried to make it, transportation is difficult in New Jersey, and so we tried to make it convenient for people to reach us. We also have web access. If someone has internet access and they want to do the application themselves, they can certainly do that. But our partners bring something else to the equation, because if someone needs some help from a food bank, or if they need help with writing a resume, they need Dress for Success, they need any of those things, those are many of our partners. and they can help them solve more than one problem. And households aren't typically just having a utility problem. Whatever that crisis might be, they in fact are trying to solve many things at the same time.
Right. So if I wanted to find out how to get services in Salem County, I could call your office number and then get directed to somebody local.
Absolutely. And even on our website, we have a list of all the agencies, and you can sort that by county or just alphabetically.
Okay. So I want to really just leave with what do you think is the most crucial thing that people should know in terms of utility assistance? So, last words.
Very easy. If someone is having difficulty, or if they anticipate having difficulty, reach out.
Reach out.
A good place to start is certainly your local utility. You're hearing us talk about all these resources, NJ Shares and some of the others. PSE&G, like the other utilities, we have a very aggressive payment outreach assistance program where we work with many of the not-for-profits and faith-based community and many others in the community to ensure that the information is there. But we do encourage folks, just take that first step, reach out to us, and we'll get you the help that's available.
Well, I'd like to thank you both. I really think it's an important message for people, and so I think that they'll have maybe you'll get a lot of calls after this program, and maybe utility assistance people will be out doing more presentations. So thank you very much for sharing your time with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you,
It's been a
Iris.
pleasure. Thank you.
Aging Insights is produced by the New Jersey Foundation for Aging. We want to remind you, in order to find out about senior services, to please contact your county office on aging. You will see their numbers on our website, or you may call the state hotline number, which is 1-877-222-3737. Thank you for watching this episode of Aging Insights, and remember, aging is everyone's business.